But, like, I didn't even know Kobe and Marina were married. No, I didn't know that. And then I was her doctor, and Kobe didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't know why. And I guess because she was being really aggressive, and they were married. I didn't know they're married. I figured by her scans that she was being a bit aggressive. She's in rough condition, right? Well, she's dead. But when we finally, the goat time, the time we hunted goat and made staves, walking sticks, um, Shauna and her mom Deanna were waiting at the finish line. They're the journalists that made the maps. So they're waiting there. And they shrieked. They're like, "Oh!" Yeah, it's like, we finally made it. We're days late. I'm so glad you made it. What was the matter? It's like, oh, they blew out a bunch of the valley and made it look the same as a picture. And they must have seen it on a fucking Google website. And they're like, sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry. I always have to be so smart, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. Sorry. Yeah. Trying to not find a mentally ill animal was actually tough. That's also what happened when we finally got one. Because, like, the weasels there that live in the sand and live up in the trees, both, they're, like, biting the animals, and that makes them mentally ill. Just sort of like here, but not quite. I don't know what to do today other than felting, and I think just taking a fucking break is the best idea. I might just go upstairs, though. I don't know. And, like, why? It's because I want it quiet. We have to go outside. I'm tired of the binge eating because I'm working out. It was the weightlifting that started making me stay up at night and binge eat. It's probably because I need to up my weight or just take a fucking break. I'm gonna pick take a fucking break again. Because I didn't take a break last time exactly the way I didn't let my muscles relax and look chubby. Not really. There's still a lot of tension. Like, Dr. Paulson even said, like, I can't even tell you. It'd be like a huge. Just to tell you where to go next. I'm like, okay. Well, I hope I don't really break it because I'm getting pretty fucking miserable. Wanting to do all this, doing all that, and then hurting about it. As you hover your dumbbells, it'd be like ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. Oh yeah, yeah. Say that, don't do that. I must be scared of it, eh? I am scared of it. That's real fucking scary. A hip surgery, holy shit. I didn't really weight train. Yeah, I did. After the micro surgery was done, they could tell me how far it was slipped and what would happen if it slipped. I'd get a big blood blister on my ass cheek if it slipped, but it wouldn't necessarily run and go throughout my body and drown me. So I went to the gym, and I used to do like everything at least 70 pounds before I had a daughter and got this second strain of coronavirus. Everything at least 70 pounds. Like up to, well, on everything like arm and upper body and abdomen and upper torso. and lower torso, upper legs. 220 pounds, 240 on some things. Yeah, like the swing thing where you like, what? The swing lat. I don't know. But like calf raises, like that's where it started getting into. And that's actually your lower butt cheek, your upper butt and lower butt cheek. At least 220. Oh yeah. Plus, I was still in love with him, and he's still alive, so that's a big factor as well. Love really does help. And I know I could have had more love than him. I didn't see how. He didn't even make me shave my armpits for the gym, and he wrote me like a little husband note. I wanted to grow as a human. Grow like a tree. He was nice. I wish I could have really known him. He knew who Shauna was, because before we got back together, I had to tell him who all my friends were in high school. He's like, oh, I see Shuana today. You're doing like some cancer counseling, or maybe you were helping with the orphans, or I don't know. And that was when he was getting scary. Yeah. That he admitted that he'd seen you around. He's like, you should be paranoid or something. And I was like, no. That's scary. For him. If I said that, I'd be like, if I can get the laughter out. You should be paranoid. You know, because, like, I'm so awesome, so are you. Paranoia is a horrible problem. We had a paranoid kid in our, like, grade 3 class. I remember him, he, like, literally almost cut the teacher's head off. It's like, wow, big difference. But the thing is he would sit there, like, like making up things that he was going to take an action to. Like, making up his excuses. So I remember his fucking ugly face, you know. So I was like, he was kind of hot. I was like, yeah, I wonder what happened to him, right? She's like, yeah, no doubt. I'm like, haha, yes. Finally, someone can carry on the conversation. The lingo. Yeah, his dad hit him over the fucking head, and we felt so bad for him, and he still almost cut the teacher's head off. He was actually kind of hot. Well, he was just a kid, right? And then his dad hit him over the head. I'm getting upset about the binge eating, staying up at night, because it's happened like 3 times that I can recall, maybe more. Because I always go for the super spicy, and then I have an upset stomach, and then I get a really snotty nose, just so clear, watery. Like, bad. Like, even for me, like, normally it's like, you got a boogie in your nose. Is there any more in the back cave? God, I miss Joey. Get well, bud. You are, I know, but that's what I want to say. I text him whenever the time feels right for me, so I can actually, like, talk. I should text so fucking much. He used to ask me, how you feeling about your old friends? I'm like, I get a little worried about, like, all threats to me. I know it's not just me personally that's getting threatened. And I'd say I still love them. I still reminisce and giggle about shit and shake my head like, you fucking fool. Like, smile on my face, shake my head. How I feel about them is like, violence put a gap into your life that may never be refilled. But today I'm kind of refilling the gap. I never talked about the armed forces because it was going so slow-mo and so fast at the same time. Like CIA information, or like I took a Zorb, which is a medication that slow down certain vibrations. So I just respected it. Now I'm disrespecting it today. I'm just like, man, I should have said this earlier, but whatever. It's not much to say anyway. And the sun's kind of coming out a little bit. I think I'm just going to focus on fixing my nails to make them more even. Seeing my toes need cleaned. Picking up little pieces of garbage. Oh, shit. Lysoling the couch because I snot all over it. Sneezing. The twins. So do you like superhero shows? I was like, not all of them, but the girlier ones. Like what? Sailor Moon. We were watching Sailor Moon. That is so good. I was like, oh. Because, yeah. Girlier ones. It's mostly about Tuxedo Mask anyway. Get my room a little clean too. I've been working on it like since last night. But get the dumbbells back in the other fucking bedroom. Because I trip over them. They don't move, man. They don't kick 25 pounds apparently. My step, flip, flop, flow, kick, non-violent act of taking a step. I just get like worried about my diaphragm and I overthink it, and then my body thinks that I want to gain weight too when I work out because I'm sick still, but I'm still doing it because I get sick doing nothing. And like every chore around here is taken. That's why I do the dishes when nobody's home, because then I actually get to do the dishes once in a while. But mopping the floor, I am thinking I should do that. We're like in the same fucking dune of the valley again, but it's not the same one. And I have all these tubes because I just had a baby. I just got hip surgery. And I'm doing the hike to keep the taxes lower and to help the economy stay relevant and normal. And I couldn't even like reach down and grab my fucking tube off the fucking ground and like put it back in my belt. And cops had to do it. It's like, fake shades. I was like, only because I'm hurting. You know? And at every measure, at any cost. Soldiers have to go. Well, that's sad. I'm doing much better, but I'm sure that I'd still have tubes because the pain would get so bad. Tubes in a backpack. What if I'm like, what is that? It's probably a rash. Okay. Because it's like generally always fucking there. And it like bubbles up again. What? The trees are swaying, but I think there actually was like a cat in the tree. Like, or a bird or something. Like, where'd that spot even go? Come on, trees, sway the other way for a sec. I make magic fucking happen, yeah, I do. And it's just a dream when all the clouds were different. And like witch heads and like all this kind of stuff. It was just a dream I had of sleeping over at Owen's mom's place. Pretty fucked up dream that we walked to the park. And it took us from night to sun up. And that the clouds are all like emblems. And I was like, so you're a witch? Just telling them money. We went to the park and I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I kind of did because Sarah just passed away. It's Megan Gatsky. I go over to her dad's once in a while. She'll invite me over for coffee with my great aunt. Which is, of course, phenomenal fucking time. She's so cute. Such a fucking darling. Megan Gatsky? Yes. That's a darling. Darling woman. Well, I know I make magic happen. I feel it going in my eyeballs. There's some entities that are true. But when we walked to the park in the morning after that dream, it was Tweeties all in the clouds. That's normal. That's normal clouds. Like it was a special event of weather. I was like, I can marry you 20 times over as long as I don't have to wear a dress. He's like, oh, I knew it wouldn't be that optimistic. Well, there it is. It's just, it could just be moss. Could actually be some animal. Maybe a bed. Maybe it's just damp tree bark. Shuana laughs. Yeah, the kids have seen One Piece. Like they could study Mandarin with it because it's sailor talk. It's a good one. It's just very hard to watch. And lots of it. I should actually put on One Piece. Kind of sick of saying I'm not even listening to it. Wow. I kind of just stared at Megan last time I seen her at the grocery store. I didn't want to get out of the car. I was feeling very, like, gloomy from the fucking weather. This is all, like, in the winter. It's about Halloween. And, yeah. I just kind of stared at her for hello. I'm on season 39, episode 1119. And I was like basically laying on the couch watching it, healing. We were so lucky to have Kat's grandma. She had a computer program for Mandarin. She would actually, because she could talk it pretty damn well. It wasn't her full language. I don't know how it would be. It was almost all the same, but then you get into the proverbal nouns and stuff like that. Well, yeah, my great aunt's making me realize that heartbreak never ends, but life goes on, and you still heal and you mend and you start feeling youthful again. But, like, I don't know how fucking old she is. Like, 72? Yeah. Because it's been about, like, 10, 15 years. 10, 15, 20 years, actually. She was a bit younger. Like, there's so much life ahead of us. I'm all like, oh my god, I can't handle it right now if everyone dies. Melina was wondering if I wanted to move to Williams Lake for a bit. Just to get out of the house. I'm like, yes. I'd have to have like a, I don't know. I must do it now before they try to book me into counseling or something again. It always just turns out to be every time I was counseling that they just want me to work in Northern Health. Like, what an obligement. But it's stunning me. I'm stunned every time I get off work. Even if I don't do that much. Because, like, their pain is so real, and it's that they don't think it's that real. And it's not war. It's like, well, my stepdad hit me and fucking broke my ear off my head. And then they start crying, and then that's exactly what does it. It's so bad, because who the fuck does that as a Canadian? That they cry so hard that they start having seizures and shit. That's what I mean. It's a long story. But yeah. Because she was having a hard time hearing me, and I was getting a little bit flustered with the sign language. Telling her I have to go to work. And she's holding on to me. Don't go to work. I understood that. You're good. You're good. You did enough work today. Sit down. And she's like, I'm sorry. He said my dad hit me in the head and broke my ear off my head. What? Like baby cries of like a big toddler. And if she ever gets abused about that, I'm gonna kill people. She was like a psycho. She was like a psycho from crying. My husband was essentially murdered. I forget exactly what they classified. Let me think about it. So second stage is impediment. So the RCMP kind of beat them to death because they're too violent. Even if they are sick, that's not a big enough excuse. So it wasn't that. Sarconium, which is liquid violence of people just being too happy. That's not what it was. Larthegement, which is like exactly what it was, which is like gangsters, people wanting to quit their job. The only problem with the chick that fucking got her ear broken off by her dad is that she almost caused a fucking nervous freaking seizure in me, holding on to my arms. And I was trying to let go, and then of course the bitch he has fucked up. That was their final fucking day. They got fucking sent to prison because Mark was watching, and I'm just twitching because it's bugging my nerves. I'm like a funny elbow thing. I'm like, it's okay. It just bugs my nerves. She's like, you're injured too. You shouldn't be working. I'm gonna hold on tighter because well, she obviously got hit in the head. It's okay. I hate that stuff. They're like gray too. They're like partly diseased. I hated them. Everything's not always pretty in pills. That's for sure. The gun bruises me far enough that my seizure happens once, twice, and then it's solitude. My vision gets crystal clear and I'm high as fuck. Like a lazy day watching TV when you're not sad. Yeah. It's my favorite thing, actually, the armed forces. But when I'm home, I don't use that as my favorite thing. My favorite thing is when people are happy enough to fucking smile and say something without it being crossed over by how you're bullied about it. Like when I don't see the cloud over your head. That's my favorite thing. That's why I like Adventure Time. That's kind of what the theme is. Like maybe it's that cloud over your head. Maybe I'll watch Adventure Time. I don't know. Maybe I'll clean off the couch and lay down and grab a fucking blanket. You char? Yeah. He's like, fuck off. He's got an itchy ear and he's waiting for mom. He's trying not to cry.